Hey guys, welcome to World Cinema Reviews. This is your host, Frank the Vamp, and we are continuing our analyzing the franchise series with the Puppet Master. Today we're going to talk about Puppet Master 4. So, also, small side note Puppet Master 4 is also now, it has a couple of subtexts that are not, that didn't quite make it to be. The one that made it in the box is when bad puppets turn good, or the other one will be when the demon. I think they're not official titles per se, but just wanted to let you know because it pertains to one of them is really misleading, which is when, well, not misleading, but I don't think it represents the film. When bad puppets turn good, and I'm gonna explain to you why. And basically, after Puppet Master 3 kicks ass. I mean, it's a fantastic film. I love it. I recommended it. I almost like it as good as the original. It's so awesome. Puppet Master 4 is a complete letdown. I mean, there's good things about it, which we're going to touch on first because there's very few, but on the whole, it's a much lesser film. Um, and It could have been so good, but instead it just went south. And But there's a few redeeming factors which we're gonna talk about first. Let's go ahead and talk about the plot, okay? So, and remember, spoilers. You haven't seen Puppet Master 4 and you want to see it, go ahead and turn this off, watch it, and come back. Or if you don't care about spoilers, here they come. So, the story leaves, we remember how Puppet Master 3 ended, right? The Toulon escape Berlin and Germany all together, and intended to come to the U.S. We all know that Toulon committed suicide, and according to the timeline here, it's really confusing. I'm not even going to attempt to explain it to you because we already discussed this. Are B movies, and B movies sometimes get facts wrong and things like that. And this one, it's all over the place. I could sit with a full moon fan and we can discuss that for hours, but I think it'll make a pretty boring video, so I'm not going to go into it. So we're just gonna say that, yeah, this takes place way afterwards in the present, right? Um, Toulon committed suicide. The puppets were left in a trunk, and they were found by this guy Rick Meyer, which is a scientist attempting to recreate robots with artificial intelligence, right? At the same time, we have a demon in hell. See, yes, this film stars in hell, and the demon in hell. Uh, I think his name is Sutek. So Sutek goes ahead and is watching over humans and realizes that Andre Toulon stole the secret, the demonic secret of spawning life into inanimate objects, which he hates, and so he sends his minions control some demonic like puppet creatures called the totems, which are sent to destroy the puppets and also destroy whoever holds the secret of Toulon. Um, Now we go back to Rigmar. This puppets are sent to scientists which are closed on researching about this, of finding out Toulon's secret. But the totem creatures kill the other two scientists. But they when it comes to Rigmire finds the little finds the puppets and finds the serum that reanimates them, and they begin to walk around and they intend him no harm. So he thinks, hey, these are just this just their there's they're just little creatures that intend him no harm, and they're cool. And you know, he is fascinated by them, and kind of adopts them, you know. And he, you know, the plot involves that when they come to attack him, you know, the puppets choose to defend him, sort of like adopting him as a puppet master. um, you know, plot wise, you know, it sounds good. I mean, in fact, the movie had me going, you know, had me going for a while. And let me tell you now. Let's talk about the you know, the positive things about this movie. Definitely, I really like that this movie came back to the B movie quality. I think that, you know, it's went back to subpar acting, went back to that, which is, you know, it's kind of cool when you watch a full moon film. You know, this is the type of films that you watch when you're completely relaxed at night and you just want to watch something dumb, right? That makes you laugh, or scares you, or whatever feeling that B movies make you have. It's completely cool. However, this movie completely goes south after, you know, doing one of the stupidest thing, which is removing Toulon's character. But we're I'm gonna go back to that in a moment. But you know, let's. I mean, we're talking about positive, right? Another positive, I guess, is the story. I like the premises of the demons hunting the puppets and fighting them, and that goes back to the title, right? When bad puppet turns good, but it's not really that they turn good. It's that they, you know, the in the series has been established that the puppets are sort of, you know, they're sort of neutral, and they do evil beating if they're controlled by an evil person, sort of thing, you know. So it's not quite accurate. The demon, which be will be more a more accurate title, because that really, you know, describes what the movie. And I like, that's the other thing that I like, that they went completely different. The movie starts in hell, you know, even though the special effects are pretty poor and Sukev is poorly animated, the same thing as the other puppets. But you know, it still, you know, you get it. So I like that. I guess uh, one final thing that I like Ringmeyer's character. I think he's doing well, and I like Toulon's character. But okay, so here ends the good positive things, right? Now let's talk about a whole bunch of crap that this movie brings, all right? Uh, First of all, biggest flaw of the movie, taking Andrew Toulon from being the puppet master to being a sort of like making a cameo, because he's on screen very, very little. Whenever he's on screen, he's awesome. You know, the actor who played the puppet master was one of the highlights of the last movie, Guy Rolfe. And you know, Guy Rolfe is just fantastic, man. He does awesome as the puppet master. But you know, in this film, because we're flashback, we fast forward to the future now. We're not longer that. We can't have him anymore. So we do that. So that's one big detractor, that he's hardly in the movie. The best actor in the movie is basically almost gone out of the movie. That's really bad. The other thing is that, you know, I can forgive the other actors, you know, bad acting, and in fact, you know, the Rick Meyer character, apparently Gordon Curry, is actually quite decent. I would say he seems enthusiastic about being there. I mean, he's not mailing it in. The other actors, they do seem like they're mailing in. They're so. There's a scene that is so well. It's actually a good scene because it will make you laugh when they get attacked by the totem, and they are, you know, pretty much just, um, how can I say, he acts so freaking ridiculous, and his scream and his thing is just so over the top. They're just gonna make you laugh. There's one more positive thing which I'm gonna mention at the end, because when we talk about the puppets, but and this is now because when I talk about, okay, bad puppet animation, it's really bad. I mean, compared to the first three movies, they spend very little money or effort. There's a few scenes which act right. There's a fight between Blade and the totem, which is completely stupid. And I felt bad for Blade because he got bitch slapped. Blade got bitch slapped. That shouldn't be. The real Blade will slice that freaking stupid, Totem. The Totem design, the demonic dolls from hell are so badly designed. I mean, they look seriously. They look like a cat skeleton. That would be like a cat that passed away and rotted, and then all that was left was a skeleton. That's what the stupid puppets look like. I mean, the animation is poorly done. Stop motion, not well. Um, Sutek's character is badly done. I mean, it's just not good. It's you can feel this is a step down from earlier films. Uh, the movie is actually drags. It's really, I mean, it takes almost to the last 35 minutes to get exciting. If it wasn't for, in fact, I fell asleep 3 times just watching it. I had to rewatch it again because I fell asleep. I mean, and when do I fall asleep watching Puppet Master movies? Never. So yeah, this is a major step down. I mean, like I said, there's some positives, and there's one more cool positive, which is Decapitron, which is the puppet of the movie. I'm gonna go ahead and try to bring it up here for you guys to see. Decapitron is like the coolest puppet ever. Well, not really, but he. I mean, the thing about Decapitron, I'm gonna show it to you. Okay, let's see if I can get a good look there, or maybe not. The glare won't do it. There's the Capitron there. See that? Yeah, you see the different heads on him. It's because the reason it's called the Capitron is because basically the heads are interchangeable, so he can change heads, and that's how he becomes the a kind of a channel for the soul of Andre Toulon. And yeah, so he's cool. He's really cool. In fact, he's one of the ends of conflict. So he is the new puppet. The other puppets are shitty. Sorry. Yeah, I mean it had a lot of potential going in. I like the plot, how it was going. I don't like the acting. I don't like the fact that there's a laser tag game. Yes, there's a laser tag game between robots and Rick Meyer, and it's so stupid. And the fact that Rick Meyer is the new puppet master didn't bother me as much. You know how he becomes that, but I mean, it's just that I want too long back. I'm sorry. This should have. It would have been much interesting that this film would have taken place right after the Toulon's Revenge, and just follow him as his adventures, how he gets to America, how he encounters these things. That would have been a much better part four. But instead, they decided to do something new, decided to come back to the future, to the present. I mean, it's cool, it's cool, cool, cool as cool. But yeah, to be honest, Puppet Master 4, it's a C minus on the B movie scale. If we weren't using a B movie scale, this would be even lower. It's boring. It has a few good things, but it's nowhere near the first three movies kick ass. This one leaves much to be desired. So sorry to bring a bummer to your day. Well, we have Puppet Master 5 to you know the final chapter, by the way. So we're gonna, but we all know that it didn't end there. But we're gonna check out their version. We kind of like we're doing the Friday the 13th thing, Jason the final chapter thing. We're gonna check it out how it goes, and we're gonna see if it's better. It's got to be better than this, man. It's got to be better than this. Anyhow, if you like the movie, let me know because I want to know why. I mean, like I said, he had a couple of cool things. I mean, not deniable the Capitron, Toulon's little cameo. Um, Besides that, it's hard to find things to like. If you didn't like it, leave a comment as well. Please subscribe, and stay tuned for Puppet Master 5. Take it easy, be well. See you next one, and don't let the puppets bite.